welcome to this week's episode of Macleod TV, brought to you proudly by Bendigo Bank, the Ivanhoe and Heidelberg branch. You need an account, you need a home loan, personal loan for a car, go down and see Noel and Brian Simpson there at the Bendigo Bank. Coming up on this week's episode, the roles are reversed. Longy takes some time out to interview me about a spray I got on the weekend from Puff, and also we spend a Mouldo's Minute with Longy.
Oh, fuck is it?
No, we're getting going now. Different setup this week on Macleod TV. I'm going to be the one on the receiving end of the interview. The reason why I'm on the bike tonight is because I didn't cover enough Ks last Saturday. The big fella was too busy giving me a spray instead of sending me out running messages to the boys. So I'm going to hand over Longy, who's going to ask me a few questions, and hopefully I can clock up a few more Ks on this rather than I did on Saturday.
Thanks, Mouldo. Now, Mouldo, is it true that you tracked your progress on Saturday?
It is true.
And what did you predict? How far did you think you were going to run?
About 7.5 K.
7.5.
I would have said.
Now, what did I say?
You would have said about 5.
About 5.
Yeah.
What did the GPS tracker say, mate?
4.04, and that's where we're going to say insert graphic here.
I guess you would have been on the receiving end of angry puff then.
I did get a spray, as I mentioned before. I was told not to be friendly with them, to get out there, get the message, and just come back because there's another message ready to go.
I take it you've sat down with Jenny and gone through your progress, gone through the report and sorted out where you're going wrong?
If anything, I think I weaved too much. You'll see there's a lot of crisscrossing and zigzagging. All I needed was those other two boys coming through to weave in and weave across.
So what are you going to do this week to change your actions out there?
Look, this week back on the home ground, I think we'll feel a bit more comfortable. The orders are going to be barked from the Lexus coaches box, but I think there's a bit less ground to cover here. Our ground's a bit smaller, and I think it's a boots on day.
Yeah, I could definitely agree. And I must say, mate, Stevie Kelly has been sniffing around for the runner position.
I did hear him saying that last week. I said, I want to run some messages, but I think first he should concentrate on actually getting out there and running some water and not trying to pick fights with the umpire.
Thanks for that, Mouldo.
No worries. Well, what about that interview, hey? Me on the receiving end. Sitting here with Derek Hine of Macleod, Jeff Walsh of Macleod, Mr. Recruiter himself, the boy from Latrobe Uni, Chris Long. Welcome and good luck in our race here for the next minute.
Thanks, mate. Good luck.
So, what number do you wear?
I'm 18, mate.
Position you play? You'd be a ruck, right?
Utility.
A utility. Who's your favourite person at the club?
My least favourite's Scooter.
Yeah.
But
how did you go editing his stuff last week?
It took me 4 hours just to do him.
I heard it was 8 sleepless nights.
My favourite person at the club would be Ralphie.
We all know that Puffer had a go at me. Do you like him angry or whispering?
Oh, I like angry Puff. He's not going to belt you.
No. He's a cutting sort of guy.
He could belt you.
You know it's his birthday. It is. He's 40. We got a little cupcake for him. You stranded on an island with one person from the club and you got one thing with you. Who are they and what is it?
I'd take Kahal and a few textbooks from uni. See if he can keep up. What about if you were stuck in jail and you could only call one person to get you out? Who would it be? Yeah, I'd call Mick Lovers. He'd have some connections. He'd be a pretty good sweet talker. I think he can put a spin on anything. You've been taken hostage by the KGB. It's the Cold War. Who from the club's going to come in and save you? I'd get the brothers. I'd get Johnny and Richie Andrew. Thought you were going to say the Hancocks then. They're two of them. Who's the coach's pet? Aside from Scooter or yourself, or not Obi. I think Obi's been referred to as the whipping boy. Oh, we were sitting there one day and Ralphie goes, "We need a tall one." And Papa looks at Obi, he goes, "You." Points over to Mardos to get Mardos out there. Classic. Coming up to a bit of a hill here, mate. You're going to have to put in the big leg work. So Mardos is the coach's pet then? Yeah, Mardos. Mardos? Mardos, his goal on the weekend was from at least 120 metres out. And 130. And it just grows centimetre by centimetre. Moving ahead to this week, the utility, patch is well and truly over, so...
How's the body holding up?
Yeah, not well.
Yeah.
Not well.
I think you need to start kicking some goals off the field, mate. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for spending a Mouldo's 8 minutes with me. And bad luck, I won.
Of course, it's with thanks we give Bendigo Bank, the East Ivanhoe and Heidelberg branch. Thanks again for bringing us this episode this week. Down here for the Sponsors Day on Saturday, so make sure you get down. We're playing Eltham, and of course, thanks to our sponsors, we'll be back next week on Macleod FC TV.